Welcome to the myVector Web Centerpoint Virtual Training Overview. To begin, when opening myVector in an internet browser, you will want to either use Chrome or Microsoft Edge. Internet Explorer or other browsers are not recommended for the best performance. One of our Vector team members will be sending each of you an activation code for your unique user login. If you already have a Paradigm account with another company, you will not need to re-register. You will want to use your activation code with the same login credentials. This will allow you to use your same customer information, such as shipping addresses. If you do not have an account, you will want to navigate to the Register option and fill out your account information as a new user. Once you log in, you will land on the home dashboard for myVector. This dashboard features tiles that link to many great resources, including links to our specifications and our new Dealer Resource Center, including video tutorials on myVector. One helpful tool we would like to draw your attention to is the Need Help or Walk Me feature. This is located on the right-hand side of your screen or on the gray bar below the main navigation. This tool will walk you through and highlight each step in the process within myVector. At the top of the screen is the main navigation bar. This bar includes My Quotes. In My Quotes, you can create a new quote or view or manage quotes you've already created. My Orders. From here, you can see all the orders you've submitted. My Views. On the My View page, you can create tailored views of quotes and orders based on what information you would like to see. In My Customers, you can create and update customer records to quickly and easily add their information to future quotes. In My Plans, you can create quotes quickly by starting from your saved customizable templates. My Favorites. This link is where you can add and locate your favorite lines that you've saved. Speed up coding by quickly adding favorited line items to future quotes. Search icon. Click here to quickly find specific quotes, orders, and plans by name or number. User settings. Using this menu, you can configure the way the system works for you. General settings. In general settings, you can decide whether prices should be overridden for copy quotes or lines, enable keyboard shortcuts, and choose how measurements are displayed. Pricing preferences. This is where you can set up markup amounts and discount percentages. Tip. Preferences set here are overridden by any customer-specific pricing preferences. Paperwork headers. This is where you can add your company logo or address to quote paperwork. If you have been designated as a dealer admin, you will have additional access to manage your client users in your admin tools. Let's begin exploring myVector by creating a quote. To create a new quote, you can select New Quote from the gray bar or Add New Quote on the green button on the dashboard. If you have more than one ordering location, this will be the first screen to appear. Begin by naming your quote. Next, enter a project name. Then you will select which location you are creating the quote for and click Create. If you're only ordering for one location, this will be the default screen when you click Add New Quote. This is where you will edit your quote name and your project name. The next step is filling out your quote details. Enter a purchase order number. Select your order type, residential or commercial. Select a ship date that will be bolded and highlighted. If you have a special builder discount or other Vector promotion similar to the customer reference field in Benevision, enter the promo code that Vector Windows will provide to you to apply the pricing to your quote. If you would like to request an earlier ship date than is available on your calendar, select the checkbox next to Rush Request. This will submit your quote to the customer service team for approval. If you wish to leave a comment for Vector, enter the comment in this field. You may assign a purchase order number later. However, make sure to fill out the order type and the promo code fields before moving to the next step. Then click Save to save your quote details. The next step in creating your quote is adding a customer. To add a customer, click on the Customer tab. To add an existing customer, click Select Customer. Next, you'll click on the Select option to add that customer to your quote. If you wish to add a new customer, click Add New Customer. This is where you'll enter the full name and email. Then click Create. Next, you can add a billing and shipping address. To add a billing address, click on the Edit icon. This will bring up a form where you'll enter the information and click Save. Then, to copy the same address from your billing address to the shipping address, click on the down arrow and select Copy to Shipping. If you would like to use a different shipping address, you can choose Change Address or Edit. If you wish to manage your customers' pricing settings, click on My Customers on the main navigation menu. Then, click Edit on the customer you would like to change and go to the Preferences tab. This is where you can add markups or discounts. When your changes are complete, you can click Save. To navigate back to your quote, click on the My Quotes tab and click on the magnifying glass next to the quote you would like to view. Now that we've added a customer, we can move on to adding in our line items. To start a line item from scratch, click Add New Line Item or click on the down arrow to add a favorite line, miscellaneous line, or parts. On the next screen, you can use the selection options on the left to quickly navigate to your desired line item. Or you can use a search bar to find what you were looking for. Next, select the number of units wide. If an option or tab has a red triangle with an exclamation point, this marks that there might be missing information or an error with your selection. Once this is resolved, it will turn into a green check mark. If you have any red triangles, you will not be able to submit the line item. Next, select the options you wish to use for the unit. Select your measurement type and size. Sash split and nail fin. If you click on the star below an option, you can set it as your customer's preference or your user preference. This will save your settings and help you quote quicker. Click the blue color chevron to move to the next page of options. Now you can select your color options. Click on the blue glass chevron or the gray chevron at the top to move to the next step. Select how you would like to configure your glass, by unit or by light. Then select your glazing type and glass coating, and your upper and lower sash glass type. For this example, I'm going to choose tempered as the lower sash option. Review the rest of the options and click on the grids to advance to the next step. For grids, we're going to select 9/16 flat, white, and a colonial pattern. For this example, we're going to choose custom for both the upper and the lower grid. And we're going to change the grids to 2 by 2. Then we're going to advance to the screen and accessories. For the screen and accessories, we're going to keep everything at their default settings. Then we'll advance to the jams and receiver options. On the jams and receiver page, we're going to choose applied receiver, white, and 5/8 receiver. Then we'll advance to the notes. In the notes section, we're going to add a room for the window label. Once you have made all of the required selections, all of the gray chevrons at the top should have green check marks. This will allow you to add this line item to your quote. To copy a line item, click the Copy button on the top right bar. Next, to edit the size and glass of this line item, select Edit. Then, we will find the unit type and dimensions and change the size. And then we can skip over to the glass options and change from tempered to annealed for both. Then, to save our changes, click Save Line. Next, to save this line item as a favorite, click on the 3 dots on the right-hand side and select Save as Favorite. Then, you'll name your favorite and select Save. Next, we will configure a mold unit. To begin, we're going to select New Line Item. We're going to choose Envision Casement, 2 units wide. And to speed up our configuration, we're going to select Yes to copy forward our previous choices. For operation, we're going to select Left, Right. Then we're going to do a rough opening measurement type for this line item. To add a mold unit, click Mull below the image. To begin, we're going to select Mull a New Unit. Then you select which area you would like to mull the unit to. For the first mull, we're going to choose Mull to the bottom side. Then we will select Next. Then select your product type, select Awning, and select 1 unit wide. Next, select your size. Then you can select any other options you'd like to change. To mull to the top of the unit, deselect by clicking the X and the blue highlighted area to deselect and click on the Mull button again to add a new unit. We are going to choose Mull New Unit, then click to select the top of the unit to mull to the top. Then click on the blue Next button to move to the next screen. We're going to select our product type, fixed casement. We're going to choose 1 unit wide and standard alignment. Then click Finish. Next, we're going to select our size. The units will be labeled from bottom to top, 1 in ascending, left to right, A, B, etc. This will be listed in the top selection bar. To exit the editing mode and deselect all the windows, click the X in the blue selection bar to save the mull. Then click Add to Quote. To create an alternative quote based on your current line items, either select the checkbox next to the line items or the Select All checkbox at the top to copy all items. Then, at the bottom center, click Alternate. This will generate a new quote with the same project and add it as a relative in the Relative tab. You can then change the name at the top to reflect this quote, Package B, and go to the line item where you'd like to make a mass global change. Go to the first line item where you would like to make a mass change and click Edit. Let's say we'd like to change the color to clay. So we're going to select clay and then save the line. This will give us a prompt to apply changes to other lines. If we wish to apply clay to all of the lines within our quotes or just certain selections, we can make those choices at this menu. To apply to all the line items, click Apply All, then Apply Changes. Then a summary page will appear to let you know which changes have been made successfully. Then select Finish. Now you can see that all line items will have the clay color. To print out the quote you have created or other paperwork, go to the Actions button and select Paperwork. Here's where you can see which paperwork options you have available. Then you can open to print, download, or send an email with your customer quote. To add your logo to this header, go to your User Settings, Paperwork Headers. Then add new header and fill in this information and attach your company logo and click Create. Next, let's go to My Views. Use this page to create tailored views of quotes and orders based on what information you would like to see. Create saved views for specific quotes and orders by clicking New View. To add a view named All Quotes, type in the name, select the information you wish to display. So we're going to choose quote name, quote number, and creation date. Then click Create. To view the view, click the magnifying glass. Now we're able to see all the quote information in the view we created. To set up a plan from a quote, go to the Actions menu and click Create Plan. Then all you have to do is add a description, select the location for which you would like to save the plan, and click Create. This will create a plan that you can locate in the My Plans tab. To create a new commercial quote, go to Add Quote and enter your quote name. Enter your project name, select your location, and click Create. Then enter your purchase order number, select your commercial order type, and select your ship date from the menu. Then click Save. Then you will fill out your quote with line items following the same process that we discussed before. Next, contact your sales or customer service member to apply your approved project pricing before submitting your order. Thank you for taking the time to watch the myVector overview training session.